Welcome to Adult Landis on set, on location. You know how we are. We're unpredictable. We film everywhere. We meet all kinds of people. I always believe in the thing is you never know what could happen in life. And I learned this from doing the things with TV. We were just down the street and then somebody was performing on it. So you never know what you expect. So here, JT, how's it going, man?
Man, it's going good, man. I'm going pretty good for me lately. I'm a writer for Bob Hart type of show on CBS now. They made me a story editor, so I got a little promotion, a little bump in pay, and I'm putting on a big show in our city coming up soon. So, big show, May 27th. At the Arch United Theater downtown on Main Street. The good tickets are $10. The great tickets are $30.
Oh,
And it's gonna be a good show, man. I'm gonna put on a very good show for Fort Wayne.
so you born and raised here in Fort Wayne, am I correct?
Absolutely, yeah, man. Fort Wayne boy all the way. And in fact, I was here working in factories for 17 years before I moved out to LA for the writing thing. So before I started writing for this show, last year I was building plastic tanks in a factory right here in Fort Wayne. Yeah, that's what I was doing exactly this time last year, as a matter of fact.
So I just see your story on News Channel 15, and I've been doing TV for way forever, that's by now. And I see all these people making it past what I'm doing, and don't get me wrong, I get a little jealous. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But I see, you're doing a great job. I mean, because we know Fort Wayne is very, very limited with. Because we got tons of people that has tons of talent, but
Yeah.
Fort Wayne, I learned our fame game is not so. I mean, it's great with talent, but the exposure. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Am I making sense?
it does make a lot of sense. And when I moved out to LA, it made even more sense to me. Is that a lot of the people? There's a lot of talent in Fort Wayne, like a lot. Actually, way more talent than there is as far as like population. Balance goes. You go to LA, there's people who appreciate talent out in LA. There aren't that many super duper talented people per capita compared to how many people are in the city.
Yeah.
Per capita in Fort Wayne, there's too many talented people. So it's hard for someone to support your art while they're trying to support their own art in a small space like this one. I think it makes for, not the it's Fort Wayne and I love it, but it makes where they're trying so hard to do their own thing. It's hard to support your thing. Yeah. It's hard to be behind you 100% when I'm trying to be behind me 100%. And so, but you're a staple here, man. Like that's why I agreed to do this interview. That's why I wanted to do it. I remember watching, public access a long time ago when I was, a kid, and my sister went to Southside with you.
Oh, okay.
And then I was watching public access, and I'm like, okay, the Boys to Men, let's go. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean? When you was
God.
doing Boys to Men, hey, look, you laugh.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? That's why, look, we're doing this interview right now because of them Boys to Men videos. You know what I'm saying?
God.
So I fool with them heavy, and so that's why I wanted to come through. And when you go somewhere else, you learn that it doesn't cost you really anything to support people.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean? That you met. Not really. People think it will cost them something. Like if I support you as much as I can, it'll take something away from me, and that's just not the case. It just doesn't do that. But it takes getting away from that environment before you realize like nothing. You making it or being successful doesn't take away from me being successful. Me being successful doesn't take away. It doesn't. Me being successful won't make you successful. You know what I'm saying? But I can support you in any way I can. I can support your success. It doesn't hurt any. I think we get in the mentality around here that if you're too behind someone else's movement, you can't make one of your own. I just don't think that's the case. I never did.
No, that makes sense. Like I said, the fame game here, like we was talking about, is hard. Like I said, I was talking to somebody. I forgot somebody the other day. They said something. They also moved from Fort Wayne to somewhere else, bigger. And like most people. Oh, it's Mosey. He does. He worked with Tupac and Biggie and stuff like that. And we were in the studio. He was talking about most of these people here in Fort Wayne cannot survive all around just in general like the big cities because the fame game, man. It eats you up, especially if you're supposed to come from a small town. If that makes sense.
If you if you want to be famous,
Yeah.
then it'll eat you up if that's what you want to do. If you want to be I want to be a writer, and I'm a writer and I'm a comedian, right? Yeah. That's what I want to do. I'm doing that. Yeah. So as long as I'm doing that, I'm fine. The fame thing, like if you focus on that part, that'll be the thing. And then what happens when you reach that? Are you happy with the thing that you do, or did you just want to be famous? Because if you just wanted to be famous, you'll do anything to be famous. You know what I mean?
Sense, yeah.
Like there's a lot of people in the comedy scene out in LA, right? There are a lot of people who want to be actors. And they're just like, well, I can't act, so I guess I'll be a comic. And it's just like, that's not how you find comedy, dog. That's not how you find stand-up comedy. That's not how you do stand-up comedy. You have to really want to do stand-up. You have to be a stand-up comic. And sometimes people are they're up there doing monologues. They're up there like, I'm gonna write it out. I'm gonna put some little funny anecdotes in there. It's gonna be a stand-up set. They're giving me 5 minutes. It's like, it's not a 5 minute monologue, dog. It's 5 minutes of jokes. Your job is to make the people laugh.
Yeah.
You know, like, so people get lost in the I want to be famous part. They just like, well, I'll just do anything to do it. Do the thing that you're good at and what makes you happy, and you will get there. You know, I truly believe it. I mean, I don't know. It's easy for me to believe right now, but I'm saying, like, if you do the thing that you are good at, that you love, and you put that into it, as much into it as you can, then something will come back from that in the direction that you wanted to go.
That's very true. From talking to you, you seem you're very humble. Because you know,
You should get to know me a little while longer. My ego is, you're wearing a shirt right now with my initials and my logo on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ego is pretty wild. So don't.
You work your ass off to be that way. You got to be proud of your success that you're doing. Anybody, just in general, like me, I never thought I'd be interviewing celebrities. Like, I've had some huge names on the show. Jake the Snake Roberts, Eric Bischoff, and then I'm working on Corey Feldman.
So, that's what's up, yeah.
So yeah. I get what you're saying. You know, people take the perception like, you know, you have being egos. Like, no, you're being proud.
Yeah, ask him what the set of Lost Boys was like. I need to know. Like, on some real shit. Like, I really on some real stuff. I really didn't know. Oh, okay.
You see my shows. You can
okay, cool. Yeah. I need to know what the set of Lost Boys was like. You know what I mean? So ask him some good ones for sure.
I'm still waiting for the.
You know what? Dream a little dream too. I want to know about that one too. I got a lot of questions. I'm 38.
Well, write them down for me so I can remember. Again, you're around my age. We get older.
Yeah.
We forget stuff, especially when I'm writing down like projects. We're like, oh man, I want to do this, and you go home like, what was I supposed to write?
Yeah.
So, when is the show again, and how do I get a hold of you?
It is May 27th, the Arts United Theater, downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. You can find tickets on jtcomedyofficial.com. You can find tickets at the Arts United Theater downtown. You can find tickets on the Arts United Theater website, and you can do a walk-up on May 27th. So however you get there, as long as you get there, it's going to be great. There's assigned seating, so make sure you get there. If you want to get a good seat, pick a good one. And we're going to have a good time, man. You know, I know I've sold a nice amount of tickets already, and I know Fort Wayne is going to really come out, especially those last couple days. You know, that's how we do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how we do it. So I'm not stressed about, the ticket sales, because I know the day of is going to be a line of people, trying to get in. So I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Support this guy. Don, because I told you so, but he's very talented. You never know where he's going to be next. Stay tuned for more. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And look, I can leave some tickets for you if you want to go.